Check it out, guys. How often do you see automatic transmission sporty ones that allow you to go all the way up to red line when you're in a manual shift mode? It's really, really, really rare. And, well, this just in, the 2020 Lexus GSF, still one of my favorite sports sedans. And there's good news and there's bad news. The good news is I'm driving one. And wait till you see the outside of it. The bad news is this is sort of the last hurrah for the GS and the GSF. I actually like all of the GS sedans, from the V6 all-wheel drive all the way to this monster. And this has a beastly V8. It's really powerful. It's really fun. It's really capable. And it's really old. And that's the unfortunate part. So, you like that display? Isn't that really cool? I love it. I think it's fantastic. And as I said, it lets you kick down gears, and it's... oh, God, it sounds like $1 million. And here's the thing about it. It's a proper V8. We're not talking about a twin turbocharged V6. We're not talking about a 4-cylinder or a straight 6 or anything like that. They're all great. And well, if you think about it, the competition really does have some super high-tech stuff out there. But this power plant is very unique. And when you think about Lexus, you don't usually think about old tech. Yet, here we are with a front engine, rear drive vehicle, an 8-speed automatic transmission with a proper fire-breathing V8 that sounds like $1 million. It's a great car. I wanted to show you guys a little bit more of the driving of this vehicle before we actually park it and do a walk around, by the way, because look at this. Oh, first gear is a little tricky. There it goes. And anytime I want, even at high elevation, if I want to throw out the rear end, easy enough to do. God, it sounds so good. Oh, I could do that all day long. Now, I do have it in the Sport Plus mode, which is really a track mode. And this is a unique vehicle because it has a trick diff, and it is built in such a way to where you really can throw it around all day long on a track. And that might be one of the biggest benefits. The fact is that this is known to be an extremely reliable vehicle. And having something like this where you can take it and torture it at a track, drive it home, probably change the tires, and because I guarantee you, if I owned this car, I'd need to change a lot of tires. I love the fact that the GSF is comfortable, and other than this color, which you'll see in a minute, is fairly sedate. If you drive it around like a regular car here, I'm going to put it in normal mode. I just push this button here, normal and customizable. So I put it in normal. There's an eco, which it's not really eco. But yeah, I'm in normal right now, right? Okay, everything's cool. See, if I turn this, look at that. It goes to that, and that is Sport S, and then Sport Plus. Ta-da! Ugly, crazy colors! Which is really cool. I'm going to go back to normal. Boop, there's normal. Oh, and there is eco. I don't know why they show this like blue thingy on the eco thing. Blue, I guess, means eco. There is another problem with this car. We are still in winter. This is still Colorado. Lexus did not supply us with winter tires, and I'm about to go over a miniature glacier. Okay, it's not that bad. If I maintain momentum, as long as I don't have to turn, I think we'll be okay. But when you see the rubber, you'll understand. Yeah, there we slid just a little bit, just simply turning. But I really do like this car, guys, and I know that some of you are saying, well, BMWs are better, or the new Cadillac's going to be amazing. And you're right, they're all amazing vehicles. But the thing about this car is that it may be the last of a dying breed. Big V8, rear drive, proper feel, amazing balance, heavy car. These things are dying out. I mean, everybody's Tesla this, and, well, I'm sure you understand what I mean. Let's have a look at the engine. I'll meet you guys outside. See what I mean about the color? Flare yellow. Yeah, that's on a Lexus. You'd expect that on a Ferrari or a Mustang or something that has a little bit more, how do I put it, youthful cachet. But this car's badass. I think it's okay to be this color. And besides, you got blue accents on the plastic. I don't really know why. That's not plastic, by the way. So what you're looking at here, baby, that is a 467 horsepower V8 that puts out 389 pound-feet of torque. Now that torque comes in between 4,800 and 5,600 RPM, so it's a pretty flat torque curve when it hits that, and you can really feel it. It's a freight train. It hits, and it doesn't take long to rev, as you can tell, and boom, you're off to the races. It's a hell of a ride. One of the most powerful sedans that they currently make. 0 to 60, according to Lexus, 4.5 seconds. Top speed, which is electronically limited, 168 miles per hour. That's impressive. Another thing that's impressive, this ain't light. It weighs over 2 tons. It's over 4,000 pounds. Yet when you put it on the track, I'm telling you guys, it dances. I don't know what Paul will be able to do with it, and hopefully we'll be able to do a video with him driving this car. I don't know if he'll even like it. He's very different in terms of his taste than I am. But I've noticed that it's very forgiving, and it has a trick diff. Let's take a walk around the car. Let's look at it. Now remember, I was talking about the diff. It's a torque vectoring differential, and we're going to be doing more about that rear end in the future. But I can tell you this, think of it as a very heavy-duty, large unit that's in the back of this vehicle that takes torque vectoring to a new level by allocating power to the wheel that needs to get around the corner the fastest. Yeah, that's pretty much what it does. But we're going to actually have some more in-depth video about that in the near future. Let's have a look at the wheels. Look at the rear. I love the wheels. The tires I'm not in love with right now. These are Michelin's, and they're Pilot Super Sport. And what it really should say is track only, not for snow, because they're really not for snow. I mean, look, this is the tread. That's it. So, yeah, it's been a little scary on ice. But it does have a snow mode, by the way, inside the car. Now, in terms of the differences between this and the regular GS, obviously the color, obviously the wheels, the ride height, but what's really noticeable from the outside is from the back. Have a look-see. Now that then there be some wild exhaust, and it is somewhat functional. As opposed to one of them being fake, they're both real, both hooked up to mufflers, and they sound glorious. I will be starting the car in a minute, and you will hear it. But you also have this. Yes, because carbon fiber, spoiler, is lighter than a plastic one or a fiberglass one, I guess. Even though this car weighs over 2 tons, this is going to make a difference. Actually, you may have noticed there's a lot of carbon fiber in the interior. As a matter of fact, camera guy, let's have a look at the interior real quick before we fire this puppy up. Look at the stitching on the seats. That's something that, to me, really shows proper craftsman work. That is a good-looking seat. They are a little tight for my big fat American ass, but under normal circumstances, most people would be pretty comfortable in these seats. I've been in them for a long period of time without a lot of fatigue, and they kind of sort of look like they could have seatbelt pass-throughs for a 4 or 5 point safety harness. I guess you can knock those out, but it's supposed to look that way anyway. The stitching on the dash is all unique. This F model is unique, and at the same time, look over there on the dash, has what everybody else has, inserts that are carbon fiber. It's on the doors too. If you look to your right, yep, that's carbon fiber, folks, because that's gonna save weight. I'm sorry, I'm just not a big fan. I'd rather it be brushed aluminum or something, especially with how nice everything else is. It's really frustrating for me, but that's neither here nor there. The rest of the car is an absolute peach. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the engine. I want you to hear the exhaust note. So I'll meet you guys back there. I told you, glorious, fantastic, both inside and out. I love the way this car sounds. I can't get enough of it. Now there is a price to this car, not just in terms of how much it costs, but also that type of power doesn't come cheap. Fuel economy, 16 city, 24 highway, combined 19 miles per gallon. That's not great, but it's a sports car, right? There's another thing you need to know. God, it ain't cheap. Now this does have the option for the $1,380 Mark Levinson's premium stereo system. Otherwise, that's about it. The MSRP on this vehicle is $89,510. Yeah, that's pretty much 90 grand. I know, that's a lot of money, but when you look at products from Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and Audi, the equivalent vehicle is a lot more expensive. This is actually a bit of a bargain, and you are paying for Lexus quality. Now, there are a few other things that they wanted me to talk about, like the Lexus Safety System Plus, which comes on almost everything they build pretty much, and it's basically every safety precaution you could possibly have put into a vehicle. Lane departure alert, with steering alert, automatic high beams, roadside assist, lane tracking assist, dynamic rear cruise control, dynamic radar cruise control. Can you imagine rear cruise control? That'd be interesting. The point is that they put a lot of safety in this car, they put a lot of high tech in this car, but most importantly, they put fun in this car. I've driven a lot of Lexus products. I've been a self-confessed Lexus fan. This is the one I would own. That's the truth. Now I just need to find a way for Roman to give me a raise. Guys, thank you so much for joining me for the Fast Lane Car. This is Nathan. Remember, we're going to be doing more with this vehicle in the near future. Can't wait to show you that. I'll catch you guys next time.